Do not forsake me, oh my darling. This is The Prisoner. There's only one season, and we're reviewing every episode using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best that you can get. I'm going to give this one a 1.5 on the storyline. Now, I'm not sure how this one plays with the fans of The Prisoner. This is only my second time watching this show. This is a weird one. Basically, number six's mind is put into this other guy's body as an agent. He's let loose and he's acting as six would act, which is he's going out to try to get back into the world. And there's this doctor named Saltzman, and he is the one who's developed this technique of swapping mindset. Now, he's an older gentleman, and they're trying to find him. So they're using this agent's body, but with the mind of six. It is very complicated, but when you're watching it, it makes sense. So I'm giving it 1.5 because I actually thought it was a really cool idea. The only reason I'm not giving this a 2 out of 2 is really this felt like Patrick McGoohan, however you say his name, is like, it is just like off. It's like, I'm not feeling well today. And then they just filmed it without him. To me, he's really important. You need to have him. But that said, I still really liked this one. I thought this guy did a good job of acting the way he would have acted. And I like the way the story played out. It was very like progressive, like went to one thing, okay, tried to convince, then he went to go visit the woman that he loved, convinces her, finally finds Saltzman. There's a little bit of a twist at the end. The twist at the end is really neat. The way they did the mind swapping thing, I thought that was super cool. I liked this one. I thought it was pretty neat. For the pacing, I'm also gonna give it a 1.5. And I felt that there was a lot of good tension being built out throughout the entire episode. So, for example, he goes to get some photos that he had developed. Now, it's been a year because he's been missing. And he's like, oh, someone's already signed for them, huh? So it's like, well, yeah, the agency got them and then they brought them back, hoping that he would go and get them again because there's the secret of Saltzman lies in those photos. And that was cool. And he's like trying to get money, and he's like, how am I going to convince you? He starts telling guys, listen, I know every detail. This is what I know, every detail of your personality, your family, your friends. I know where you live. No, they're like, we don't buy it. You could have learned that from number six through torture or whatever. And just because of that, I was like, where is this going? Like, how is this going to play out? I was never really sure how this would play out. And I've seen this a second time. And I know they're going to get their minds back, but I had actually forgotten the twist of the doctor triple mind moving. So he gave Six back his mind, but then he took the other guy's body so that he could escape in that body because he was an old man. That was wicked. So story pacing were very good on this one. I liked it a lot. Artistry, I'll give it a 1.5. You know, it looks good. There's some rear projection, things like that, but nothing really that stands out as being bad. I like the look of the show. I like the feel. I like the music. That's kind of neat. Everything looks cool to me. I like the car. That's cool. It's a good looking program. You know, it looks great on this Blu-ray transfer on Tubi. So good, congrats to Tubi for having this. It's great. Characters, well, 1.5 because I really like these characters. I thought they were great. Again, I can't give it a 2 because the real number 6 wasn't really in this one. Look, I'm watching it for number 6 versus number 2. And we didn't really have that. 2 was kind of winning for the most part. He 2 kind of lost at the end, but he didn't do much. It wasn't really in the village that much. So it's a weird episode. It's kind of, it's not a standalone episode. I'm wondering if this is one of the ones that you're supposed to watch or one of the filler episodes. I'm not really sure, but as a filler, if it is a filler, it's really good. And if it's not a filler, it was still really good. So, I think the enjoyment factor, I'm going to give it a 2. I actually thought this was really good. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. I'm not sure what the average Prisoner fan thinks of this one, if it's just kind of a waste of time or like what's the point of it. But I got sucked into it. The only negatives are the negatives that everyone's going to have, which is you don't have number 6. You have this other guy, and it's kind of weird. But I got used to it pretty quickly, and then I just wanted to see how it played out. So it's almost like this could be one of these things where it's a really good episode of a TV show. Maybe it's not a great episode of The Prisoner, right? Like that's a thing. Like it could just be a great episode of television that was just, was acted well and there was some good, good story, but like it just doesn't fit for The Prisoner. So that's a possibility. But anyways, I liked this one. I thought it was really neat. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. And by the time of shooting this video, my Blake 7 videos are still going. So I have no idea what any of you guys are thinking of The Prisoner. I'm going to probably finish The Prisoner before the Blake 7 series videos ends. So I'm not going to be able to talk to you guys about it other than the comments. You'll have to comment if you want me to see what your thoughts are, because I won't be able to gauge this in real time. I'm like way ahead of the views here. So anyways, please like the video, consider subscribing, check out the classic TV playlist. There's lots of great stuff on there. That's it. Until next time.